Well, hello. It's our Thursday edition here of Old Name Hill with Pat Jenkins Sports Talk Radio. We come to you today, 1 to 2 p.m. on KDSJ 479. And today is your show. We're going to open up the phone lines for 30 minutes today as me and Demetrius have some administrative stuff we have to take care of today. But we'll be back with our full hour tomorrow. But we thought we'd give you 30 minutes for any topic that you'd like to, ask Demetrius and I. It's your time. You can reach us here at 479-601-7400. And like I said, any topic that you want to ask, please call in, or you can send us questions through our YouTube or our Facebook live stream. That'll work too, and we'll answer it to the best of our knowledge. It's been a really good week. We've had on multiple recruits. Demetrius, we've done a lot of recruiting over the last few months. And my question to the listeners is, with what you've seen on the football and the basketball side, how excited are you going forward with the coaching staffs that Arkansas has in place for the future of Razorback athletics? I'm really excited. I've said it before, time and time again. I've always felt like Arkansas, the athletic programs were going to run that hadn't been seen in Fayetteville ever. Really, where you have all the sports hitting at the same time. I really think this program is setting itself up with the leadership of Sam Pittman, Eric Musselman, Mike Neighbors, Dave Van Horn, Courtney Deifel. I mean, you kind of get where we're going. They have great staffs that can recruit the type of athlete that you have to have in the SEC to compete on any level. Track, we can't be. I'd be remiss not to mention the great women's track program under Coach Harper. Coach Beckman and that men's track program. We had a very important track runner in the facility last week. So with all those things being said, I'm bringing in my guy. Demetrius, what's your outlook? And you've covered this program for going on 5 years now. You have a lot of insight on football. What have you seen from the time of Bielema, Morris until now that gives you any type of hope for the future of Razorback football?
I just think the staff. When you look at the type of staff that's on that offense coordinator, the defensive coordinator, just top to bottom, I just think this is the most proficient football staff we've had. Even when you look at even when you go back to Petrino, I think when you look at it from top to bottom, I don't think there's been that much experience here at one time. I think the closest team I can probably put is that Bielema year when they had Sam Pittman. They had
good staff. I think it was Pittman,
Partridge, Smith was the linebacker coach. That was from Florida. Hargraves, no, the linebacker coach that was from Florida.
Randy Shannon.
Randy Shannon, yes, they had Randy Shannon. That was probably the most efficient staff we had from a knowledgeable standpoint.
Right.
But I think this is by far the best top to bottom staff we had from experience standpoint.
And I think the reason why we feel that way, and the way I feel that way, is just because you watch the development. I think these are coaches that are development coaches, builders of relationships. But like I said, when you get out on the football field, they're able to develop and teach at a very high understanding rate. And I think that's what's been lacking here at the University of Arkansas over the last 3 years. Because I'm just going to be honest, never in my wildest dreams as covering this program did I ever think that I would be talking about a team and a program that's been 8-28 over the last 3 years, 1-23 in the SEC conference play. That's just unacceptable for the University of Arkansas. That's very unacceptable. When you talk about the facilities and all the amenities that are or here at the University of Arkansas should never, ever be in a situation to where they hit rock bottom as they have over the last 3 years, D.
Absolutely. I think we have our first comment from the live. Shout out to Mr. Terry P. Roy. He says, do you all think football will happen this year, both professionally and college? And then also he says, my gut says no. And do you all think they should play?
I think they will play. It's just too much money. You're talking about $4 billion, and it even goes deeper. When you're talking about Arkansas, 65% of the budget on campus is come about through football. I mean, a lot of campuses rely on the football money so that they can build that extra engineering building. They can build a history room. A lot goes into that, and I think they will play. I think they'll, still got more information to take in with this COVID pandemic, but I really do think that they're going to have pro and college football this year.
Yeah, I would have to agree from the standpoint of do I think it's going to happen. Yes, I think it's going to happen with what restrictions. I'm not really sure yet. I don't think they, as a commission, really are. When you talk about SEC or NFL, I don't really think they have a grasp of how they're going to do it. I just think they have an understanding that we're going to make it happen.
Yes.
I don't care if we have to make it arena football and no fans come in, and that's the way we go. I think, like you said, it's just too much money from a revenue standpoint, from TV commercials to advertising.
Right.
I just think it's too much money to lose. Now, my opinion. Now, my question again. The second part of that question: would you play, or do you think they should play personally?
I think right now that's a hard question. I mean, it really is, because we still have more information to gather over this, in regards to this COVID pandemic. I think it all depends on how you test. If there's daily testing, I think that's going to really help prevent a lot of players taking part in practices or anything when they do have the COVID. And I just think that that we're going to continue to learn more and more as we go forward. I can also say, if we don't have football, we will most definitely not have basketball. You can cancel it for the remainder of the year. There will not be any fall sports. If we don't have football, I'll go on record and say there won't be a basketball season either. It's a pretty bold statement, but I really feel like that.
And you know what, Pat? I would just play devil's advocate. I don't think they should have a season as far as just sports in general. I think it's a lot unknown.
Yes.
And then when you're talking about, I'm no doctor or anything, but they just keep saying this COVID is evolving and it changes. You don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
Two
doctors,
months from now.
So you can't even get the doctors to agree on the same.
Exactly. So it's like, okay, how are people that aren't even proficient in this industry, making this type of, decisions? Because I think when you're talking about away games, you got to think about, Arkansas Stadium holds 70,000.
Right.
Those 70,000 are coming from 6 different states, and you're bringing 6 different possibilities of bringing COVID to a place. So I really don't know how they're really going to control that, because I think it's just more than checking someone's temperature. Right. Okay, what does the temperature have to do with an airborne pathogen? So it's just so many things that don't add up to me. But again, I personally don't think we should have it. I think we should put the health of these student athletes, because what if one of these student athletes get COVID during the year? Are they able to sue the school? What's going to be the repercussions of if something negative happens to the student athlete? And that's what I'm scared of, because I think this pandemic really just kind of flipped the ideal of college sports upside down. And not only college sports, high school sports, because there's a lot of seniors that were going to college on scholarships that's just really up in the air right now. And then you got guys that just got drafted, that don't know if they're even going to have a season. So what are they going to do monetary wise for money? So there's just so many unknowns in this situation.
Yeah, and I know, when you talk about collegiate football, a lot is going to be determined by how the NFL handles the situation. I know the SEC and many other commissioners throughout college football are really studying the model in which the NFL is going to attack this upcoming football season and this COVID pandemic. So we still got a lot of unknowns, a lot of questions still yet to be answered as we get closer and closer to the football season. But I think we'll start to see more toward the middle of August, how really that situation is going to go once you get all your kids on campus. I know the freshmen, young ladies for women's basketball will be arriving today. On the 28th, you get the freshman class of football, 14 young men that'll be making their way. I believe same thing for men's basketball. So with all these athletes coming on campus, we should be able to tell, which way we're going to go. I mean, you look at LSU. LSU, I believe, had over 30 tests positive for the COVID virus. Clemson, also another university that had a large number of athletes test for the COVID and came up positive. But, I mean, like I said, you still got a lot of room, Demetrius, a lot of room to gather as much information and then make the best decision for all parties involved, fans, coaches, players, universities. I mean, just make the best decision, but you have to have the proper amount of information, and it looks like we're getting closer and closer to that.
Absolutely. I just hope they don't make it a money thing. It can't always be about money.
Right.
Because if we base everything on money, the answer right now is yes, we're going to have football. And that's not always the case. This can have a long-term effect of, okay, let's just say we play football. We might play football this year, but now we can't play for the next 3 years. Right. So would you want to miss 1 year, or do you want to miss 3? So, I think, they have experts in line. I think they're going to give it a lot of thought. I personally don't know how they're going to have games. I just think it's too much in jeopardy when you just look at the student athletes and what they could possibly lose.
Well, we're going to take a real quick break, and then we'll be back with more. If you got any questions, you'd like to shoot on our live stream, or at Facebook Live or our YouTube, you can do so at On the Hill Sports Talk. That's our Facebook, and On the Hill Sports Talk LLC is our YouTube live stream. Or if you even want to call in and shoot a question, you can do that at 479-601-7400. We'll be back in a minute. It's On the Hill with Pat Jenkins on KDSJ 479. Welcome back to On the Hill with Pat Jenkins Sports Talk Radio here on KDSJ 479 as we come to you each and every day, Monday through Friday. But we got a caller. Who we got on the line, my man?
Man, this is Corey Hyman with Hyman Services.
Corey Hyman of Hyman Services. What you got for me, Corey?
Man, I just want to call and tell you what a great job you're doing, buddy. We love listening to the show and love what you're doing, especially with supporting our Razorbacks like you are. Man, my whole crew loves it. Wow. And, man, we just appreciate you taking the call.
When you look at it, Corey, from a fan's perspective, my question would be, should this football season take place, in your opinion?
Man, yes, I do. Just on a personal level, man, because I don't watch a lot of TV. I don't watch a lot of news. Man, the Razorbacks, sports, that's my go-to. If I'm watching TV, I'm watching sports.
Right.
And college football, right now, that's my bread and butter. Any news that I can get, especially on my Hogs, the excitement of Pittman and the crew and the coaching staff that he's brought in,
right,
and the players. Honestly, on a personal level, yes, bring football back. Let's do it. Even if you can't have any fans, let's get the guys on the field. Do what we need to do to make it happen.
Now, on the question with fans, I mean, you're totally okay with no fans. You just, I mean, I think I heard you say that, but you'd be totally okay if there's not one fan, as long as we're playing football.
No, sir, because I go to almost every home game. I'm not okay with no fans, by no means. But at the end of the day, if that's what it's going to take for us to have football, and you're not going to let the fans come,
Right.
At least let us have the football. At least let us have the game. Give us something. I mean, we need something to nibble on besides all this other negative crap that's going on.
Now, from a fan's perspective, you've had a chance. I know you just said you go to all the games. You had Bielema, Chad Morris, and now Sam Pittman. From that perspective, from the fan, what excites you about this upcoming program under Sam Pittman to this point?
I think the him just how authentic he is. I mean, there's no super big stories. He don't tell you something about some growing up on some pig farm. There's no glam. I mean, you get what you get with Sam Pittman.
Right.
If he tells you something, you can take it to the bank. I mean, it's already proven. Bringing Odom in, bringing Bryles in.
Right.
I mean, he's got to be something. I don't see any other coach that's brought any of that dynamic of a coordinator, the coordinators in. So,
how many wins will Arkansas get if they have football?
Do what now?
Football total. How many wins do you see this program having if we do have this 2020 football season?
On being a real diehard fan, man, and not trying to blow smoke, I really think that we can get 6.
I would have to agree with you. I totally agree with you.
I think with the talent that we have, with bringing in Bryles, bringing in the Odom, just with the players that we have, and then be able to open everything up with the receivers that we got, man, we've got some talent. Especially if they just got a little bit of time to work with them. I really do think that we can squeeze out 6 wins and get us to a bowl if it happens. You know what I mean? So,
Corey, man, hey, keep calling. I'll reach back out to you after the show and we can talk. But hey, man, thanks for the comments. Great insight, and thanks for taking time out here on OTH today.
I appreciate you, Pat. Doing a great job, brother. Go Hogs.
Thank you. That was Corey Hyman of Hyman Services, Demetrius. I mean, Corey has some good points.
Yeah, I think that was one thing that caught my attention about Sam Pittman as well, and it was funny because before Sam Pittman gave his introductory speech, he kept saying he gonna get up there and cry. Hey, just wait, he gonna get up there and cry. And, I'm like, nah, man, Brett gonna hold it in. And when he did begin to cry, I didn't feel it was phony. I didn't feel like, oh well, this guy's just trying to emotionally play with my the way I feel right now, because we're vulnerable as Razorback fans to really get hope and really looking to cling to something positive for the football program with just how it's been these last couple of years. And I really did feel that Sam Pittman genuinely cares about the University of Arkansas, and I think just his past relations, he does. It's true, just by what he's done with his last stint here.
And we get a chance because we've had on and those that have listened on a consistent basis, you understand the amount of recruits that have come and been a part of our show, and to a man, all of them say the genuineness, the honesty. It resonates with these kids, and I think that's when I very first met Coach Pittman back in 2013, and we started the relationship, covering this program. That was the one thing that stood out to me was Coach's honesty, and I agree with Demetrius. You knew when he said something, he meant it from the bottom of his heart, 100%. And I think that's what these kids and these moms, we talk to moms, they love Coach Pittman. And I've always said in recruiting, if you don't get mama, your chance of getting that kid go way down by about 80%. And, Sam he has a way with these parents. I mean, they really understand his genuineness and the mom and the dad really feel comfortable turning their son over to Sam and this staff, because what I do see is these guys are going to be, like I said, not only developing on the field. I think this coaching staff under Coach Pittman will help develop these young men off the field, and that's the main thing. Now, for all our sponsors, if you'd like to sponsor our show, you can do so by emailing us. That's at Demetrius. How can they do that?
Yes, if you would like to reach out to us and talk to us, you can reach out on Facebook. You can just inbox, send us a letter just saying that you're interested in some sponsorship.
Hey, tell them, D, we got some big stuff coming up.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got some behind the scenes really documentary stuff. We got about 2 documentaries in the work. We got some former NFL or former Hogs, I should say, new NFL players that we got some interviews we're working on. So there's a lot. And then you can
also the small piece
for sure. And then you can also email us at On the Hill Sports Talk, patj@gmail.com.
That's what. And what, if they can't hear us, what platforms do we have so they can be a part of our daily show here at OTA?
Definitely, you can check us out on YouTube. That's On the Hill Sports Talk LLC, and that's Sauced Up Entertainment. And we are on all streaming platforms, that being iHeartRadio, Spotify, Pandora. You can just search On the Hill Sports Talk.
And I do want everyone to know all beats are produced by Sauced Up Entertainment LLC that you hear here on the Hill Pat Chicken Sports Talk Radio. And Demetrius, where can they also check out all of the cooking that's going on?
Definitely, that's Sauced Up Entertainment. You can find all the beats, all the behind the scenes. Periodically, we have interviews with a lot of the coaches, so just check us out.
I mean, we're really excited about this show, and really excited about the viewership and the questions and calls that have come our way over the past 6 to 8 months. I mean, and we want you to continue to be a part of our daily show each and every day from 1 to 2 p.m. I just coming in here and bringing information to all of our listeners. Not everybody lives in Northwest Arkansas, and not everybody has the privilege and advantage that us here in the media do by being able to go get what I call the 411, the skinny, and I just love bringing and translating to you guys in as purest form as we can. I mean, I'm not going to say, or Demetrius is not going to say anything. I'm not one in the media to say what you want to hear. I'm going to tell the truth. And sometimes it doesn't come across well, Demetrius. I mean, by any means, we've had over the years some comments that weren't in our favor, but we're not about sugarcoat. If they're good, we're going to say they're good, and if it's bad, well, by darn, we're going to say that it wasn't so good. And I think that's what you have to do, and that's how we believe. If we can't be honest, no reason to do the show, Demetrius, is it? No reason at all.
Absolutely, and I think that's what you get differently from our show versus other shows. You're going to get an inside, uncut perspective of the university. A lot of those guys are scared about what the coach is going to say, what people are going to say, but we have a good relationship with those coaches.
I think we got another caller.
Who we got another caller?
Pat's mom.
Whoa, the
Miss
moms
Danny,
have
how
made
you
her
doing?
way on the airway. Huh? I know I'm doing good when moms is calling. She's all the way in Carrollton, Texas. What you got for me, mama?
Yeah, ask Pat, we're concerning this COVID virus. How is it going to work with these, social distance? And, I know they're concerned about the safety of the players, but this social distancing, and if they're going to play like arena football, what is the essence of doing that when, the parents is just a certain number of people can be there at one time?
That's the $1 million question. I know with parents, if you have a son on the football team, 85 scholarship kids, those parents want to come. Be it if they're from Georgia, Tennessee, Texas, they want to come and see their son do what he loves to do, either in football, basketball, daughters. And I think what's going to happen is a constant testing with this COVID pandemic. We're still in a lot of learning stages as far as athletes. I know the social distance. How can you do that in college football with so many fans? If you allow the fans to come in the stadium, it's going to be kind of hard to social distance, I would think.
What about high school football? That's the same in the same realm.
Man, that's a great question, Mom. That's a great question.
And they can't be there.
Well, I know they're here in the state of Arkansas. They still are in phase 2. I know I've heard rumors that they may lift a lot of the stipulations for athletics here in the state of Arkansas on June 30th, but that's still contingent, still up for grabs. I mean, when you look at the constant daily reports from the cases that are attracted here in the state of Arkansas, I think that's still something that has to still be, monitored. I mean, I think we're still in a lot of information gathering state right here across the nation, not only just in Arkansas or Texas, but across the United States. This thing is real serious, and it doesn't look like it's going to be slowing up anytime soon.
No, I don't. And as me being a grandparent that's guardian over my grandson, I worry about him because most people don't take this stuff serious.
Right.
They just think it's a joke.
Right. Well, Mama,
wanted to get past that intake on what he thought about it.
Well, hey, you came in with the good question, and thank you for your support and your call. I'm telling y'all, this is where I get all my knowledge. I mean, she could be on the air and do my show any day of the week. But thank Mom for taking time out to call us.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Mom's getting in here.
Man, I think that was good questions, because really I've only been thinking about the college and professional level, and really
that high school question was
that high school question
that was big time.
That I really haven't given that the thought, and that's probably going to come up first. I usually think high school sports start. No, I take that back, because the Hall of Fame game usually is like the first official football game that kind of starts all football activity.
Right.
So, but that's interesting. I don't know what high school is going to do, because that's even going to take place at a higher rate than these professional and collegiate games.
Yes.
So.
Yes,
that's interesting, and you're talking all the way from high school, and that's not even Pop Warner.
Yeah.
And
I mean, there's just so much that we still have to information that we still have to gather. That's why this is so. It's like it's 50-50. You want to play, but then again, it's about the health of the kids. Just so much information. But we're going to take us a real quick break, and then we're going to wrap it up. If you want to get in, you can send us a comment through our YouTube or Facebook live stream, or you can reach us here at 601-7400, area code 479. This on the Hill with Pat Jenkins on KDSJ 479. Back in a moment. I can get some chicken and waffle. I know. KDK's Chicken at 989 South Razorback Road. Get on down there and see Keith and Kathy. Get a plate of that love. And like they say on their building, it's not your mama's. The best chicken and waffles in the South. They even got chicken wings. And they got these things called loaded fries. I think you might want to get on down there. Meet me down there or see me down there. KDK's Chicken at 989 Razorback Road. Welcome back to our Thursday edition of On the Hill with Pat Jenkins Sports Talk Radio on KDSJ 479. And we're back. If you got any questions, you want to call, you want to send us in a question over our live stream, Facebook or YouTube live stream, you can do so. We got a couple more minutes before we have to step out and take care of some administrative stuff. So if you have questions, you can call us 601-7400, area code 479. We'll get you into the program. And the high school question from moms was real good, Demetrius. That's a question I know all high school athletes, parents are really wanting to know how that season's going to go. Now, and kind of, if you don't have high school football, then it would kind of be kind of strange to have the University of Arkansas season when the hometown high school team is not even having football, or any of the high school teams in the Northwest Arkansas area. That would be kind of strange. But I really think, as of right now, we will see high school football and we will see collegiate and professional football just from where we sit now.
Yeah, I think it was interesting, how she said, how are they going to limit the games?
Yes.
Because if you say, even for instance, you got a high school team and you have the band, you have the media people, you have the players, you have the
Right.
coaching staff. Let's just say they have 500 capacity. Well, that's going to go by pretty fast
Yes.
if you have a team of, a 60-man roster. That's times two. That's 120. Then you have a band of 30. That's going to add up pretty
See,
quick.
my question to Demetrius is it going to be a thing? Well, if you do have fans, will we have a stadium full of mask wearing fans? Is that what we'll do? Everybody has to come into the stadium and have to have a mask, so you'll just see nothing but all types of face masks throughout the crowd. I mean, is that an option?
I don't know, because I think even with that creates a whole nother problem.
Yeah, because some people don't do well with that stuff on their face.
No,
I'm one of them. I wear it, but I don't do well.
Yeah, it's multiple reasons. Just one, just anxiety. A lot of people have anxiety when they
Yes.
put those masks on there, and
I'll raise my hand to the anxiety part of it.
lot of
Part of it.
a
I
lot
do
of
that.
other things. But
But that's going to wrap up our show today. We want to open up the phone lines for 30 quick minutes, get some of you guys' thoughts on where the programs sit at the University of Arkansas. How do you feel about the COVID pandemic? All types of things. But we back tomorrow with a lot more Hall Guys and a lot more information that we'd like to share with you so we can round out the week just like we do every time on a good note. But for my producer, Demetrius Johnson, for myself, also too want to give a shout out to my sponsors, our sponsors, Lindsay & Associates with an office location in Fayetteville, an office location also too in Rogers, Locomotion, located below the Northwest Arkansas Mall in Fayetteville, Corey Beck's Custom Painting, and last one, KDK's Chicken. They're down at 989 South Razorback Road. Go down to Keith and Kathy, get a plate of love, and like they say, it's not your mama's. Best chicken and waffles in the South. Meet us there or beat us there. That's KDK's Chicken at 989 Razorback Road. But until tomorrow, we'll be back, and I hope you are too. It's On the Hill with Pat Jenkins on KDSJ 479. You guys have a blessed one, and let's get it.